I don't care what you feel like. I don't care about your ID now. Once you come in the fet, we are all some bacchanalists. Yo, it's your boy Pahjo, and I'm here representing for what's happening in Guyana as the personality of the week. Hey, this is my identity. This is my identity. I identify as a drinker. I identify as a fetter. This is my identity. This is my identity. I identify as a bacchanalist. Big up. But growing up, I came from a family, in church. My aunts used to sing, I always am inspired by music. And I was always like the Soca junkie. Machel Montano will always be like the icon for me, for soca music. But I remember growing up to the likes of Byron Lee and the Dragonaires, you going to Tourist Park and you seeing the likes of Jomo Primo and them back in the day when he was Rubber Waist, when them guys used to tear up stages, First of all, I view myself as Caribbean, right? I can argue to the grave, Guyanese is Caribbean. Our culture is very West Indian. Mannerisms is very West Indian, We call it West Indianish mannerisms. We could be rude when we want to be, and we could be friendly, So for me, I put all of that into it, When you come home and you walking around and you see how people are, and you're in other islands also, I look at that as my cultural influence. People would look at me and think, you're a lunatic, you're hearing good. Because if you ever see me writing a song, I go in front of the mic. I don't ever listen to the instrumental before. And when they press play, I just mumble. Nothing makes sense. It's just words and songs and melodies. I concentrate on melodies first. And then I actually listen to that mumbling to see if I can hear a word or something out of there. And then it's like, I got that. I get far more nervous performing home because I know my Guyanese people are very harsh critics, right? One thing I like with our people is that we're honest, right? They will stand and listen to you. They might not dance, but they're gonna listen to you. And for me, it's a good thing. If they're walking away and going to the bar, I know I'm doing something wrong. But it's an excitement, but my anxiety levels peak when I know I gotta perform home. And my first performance home was last year during Mashramani Banks on the Avenue. I was shaking like a leaf before I went on the stage. And just to see people like, who's this? We don't know this guy, but he's singing all right. Like, why we don't know about him? And that was a lot of the conversation when I came off the stage. It's like, where you been hiding? Why we don't know about you? It's like, well, I don't know. I've been trying to get my stuff heard at home, We released a song Thursday in London over Notting Hill Carnival, and I was opening the show for Kiss on Friday. And brand new song. We didn't know how this song was gonna react. We just did the rehearsals the morning of the show. Going on stage and absolutely tearing the crowd up. Like, even I was like, what is happening here? This crowd is just responding to this song. And then just kept saying, yo, I couldn't ask for the better person to open that show for me. My energy up, for me that felt like, yeah boy, I have it. Working with Machel and just some of the things that he says, because he's a very different thinker, So when he's saying, no, we're taking our time with this project, and for me, it's like very humbling. I'm a sponge at that stage. It's like, taking it in. So I was just bored. I'm not a producer, by the way, but I thought, let me just try to produce something because I could hear music. And that created this soca beat with rock and roll influences. Out to the world, I thought this is crazy, it's not gonna work. I hit my producer, he thought, yo, this got something, let's fix it up. So we tightened it up. Then I hit up Machel's DJ, International Steven. I was like, yo bro, just listen to this. He's like, bro, Machel just hear this, and he says it's his. He don't want nobody on it. And this was like 2 years ago. The song still ain't released yet because he's saying he's going for Grammys with this production. The label who backed this song called Identity, which myself and Problem Child featured on, said to me, this is their last soca project that they want us to sort of, that they want to back. And they was like, okay, how do you think we should go about this? So I said, well, we need a big hitter. I said, how about we try Problem Child? Just threw a random name. They said, go for it. So I reached out to Problem, and he responded straight away. He's like, yo, what's up, Pahjo? I know about you. I know about everybody because I keep my eyes on the industry, right? I was like, cool, I would love for us to collaborate. He says, okay, we need to iron out the terms. So we got the label to speak to him. He agreed, and then he went, Pahjo, you write the song, bro. I'm not giving you the easy road. You write it. And for me, that was instant pressure because I'm going, you're the best writer in the region, telling me to write a song. I don't know if I could, do this. But I went away. I wrote 3 songs. The first 2 I sent to him, he says, good songs, not good enough. Give me something more realistic. So I went away and I was home feeling a bit deflated. And we were looking at this program about the transgender stuff, And, I identify as a cat and a dog. And I said, hey, I get the idea. I said, get a concept. Run to the mic. My mother at the time is looking at me like, you good? And I was like, yeah, I have it. And I just in front of the mic, I identify as a drinker. I identify as a fetter. This is my identity. When I sent it to Problem, and I still have the voice note with him saying, Pahjo, you're fine it. Dies it. Go finish writing the song, leave my parts. And when he sent his vocals, I was screaming in the house. I swear I wake up the neighbors because for me, that was the highlight of my career right there. I think the main challenge with most musicians is staying motivated. And there's a lot of times I feel deflated, like, why am I doing this? I know I'm doing this for the love, but when your music is not transcending. For example, there was a period when I was frustrated that my music wasn't being heard in Guyana. And it was a case of, I really want to be more known in Guyana, be more of a household name. I want my music to transcend. I want to do things, but it's not happening. I had to learn that my time is not God's time, right? And when God ready for things to happen for you, it's gonna happen. You can't force it. I have been working behind the scenes for about 2 years with some of the local producers, writing for a few local artists. I've written Omaya's last song, when these things start to hold me, I just party band. So I wrote that for her. I've written OKC's latest release, Dancing in the Rain. I've written some stuff I've worked with Timon Fraser. I've written for Diana Chapman. I've written for a lot of people. I've written some stuff for Calvin Burnett. I'm just writing, and I'm open to writing for upcoming artists who are serious. Be honest with your music. And when I say honest, if you know deep down this song is not good enough, learn to say it's not good enough.